It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Midday. And
Happy Wednesday to you.
Creepers.
Creeper Jr.
Creeper Jr. from last, Mayo Cinco was, right? No, what was it? May 2nd?
No, it was the other one, a Spotlight for a Cause.
Last year?
October.
Oh, is that one? Oh,
It was October. It was Spotlight for a Cause, and they're going to be joining us at Caps Off for a Cause on Tuesday. May 12th. I can't believe it's like May 12th already that we're talking about it. It's 2 weeks away.
Half of the year is gone. Where did it go?
It went so fast.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you.
So join us May 12th at Crazy Uncle Mike's, 5 to 7:30. Wendy was showing me the things that she's donating. She's donating grids. And I'll have her talk about that.
That chick is scary.
And then Dana showed us the baskets, and I got so excited. I thought, wow, I want to go to this event. And then I realized it's our event.
Did you see Max's sneakers with the socks and then the beautiful dress? Did you see that whole ensemble?
I love Max. And then we got a gift. We got the Chanel candle again from Aroma Lisa. We're going to send someone out, I think, to her store maybe tomorrow to do a pop-in, to do a live. Send someone out with a camera and a mic, and she can join us virtually. How'd you like that store?
Amazing. She has artwork that is bent. Like the pieces are metal and they bend them. It's an unbelievable store. You gotta go there. They have men watches that are candles, and they have the aroma of the colognes and stuff. It's just an unbelievable store.
And now they've taken it where you can get it looks like a Louis Vuitton or a Chanel or a Dior, but it looks like a bag, so you can actually put your makeup brushes in it, or tissue boxes. So they've totally even leveled it up even more than before.
It's beautiful. I had never been there before. I know the Crazy Uncle Mike's actually opened up at his store. He went there to highlight her about a year and a half ago. I had never had the privilege of doing it. Now I want to see if we clear out the cart and put some of her purses there to sell. I think it'll be kind of cool. It'd be nice.
But such a nice lady, so much community support. And Tracy McDonough of Healing Moments is going to be joining us. I just got the memo, so super sweet. I see she's got a master class on May 4th about healing and energy, and it's all going to be done virtually.
And so she moved.
We got that email. She's right down the street.
Right down the street. We can actually walk over there. Maybe we do everybody get up and walk out.
Wapa.
We go to Wapa. We go to
Wapa.
Maybe we do that. Yeah, I think so.
But a lot of good things happening. It's interesting. The energy shifts, but it's nice and quiet in here. A lot of good things happening.
And you know who's in the house, right? Talking about energy shifter.
We've got Dana Sardano. It is book club time, and we are on. It's so funny because I had the book sitting on the kitchen counter last night, and I said, "Oh, I got to read my chapter 5." And Chuck says to me, "So you're brushing up on the 10 Commandments?" And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Brushing up on your Bible studies." And I looked at him.
Because he's a little bit dyslexic. He can't pronounce the words.
Chapter 5 of Bible studies. No, it's the 10 Commandments. He said, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were learning the Bible again like you did in Sunday school. 10 Commandments for personal empowerment." He goes, "Oh, so the recommendations of what you should do." I'm like, "Yes, you want to read?" So we're on Recommandment 5, which is pretty exciting. I was going through it.
And what's today's?
I love this one. "I shall not settle for anything less than my general contentment." Although, we're going to talk about this. Contentment's nice. Joy is really kind of nice, too.
And yeah, but they mean two different things.
That's all in the chapter.
It's all there. Read it.
A lot of good things. So we're going to be doing that on the other side of our commercial break and see what's happening on that. Cool stuff. And if you want to, if you got a chance to see the movie yesterday by Abigail Kaiser did a short passion project about narcissism. And it's starring her sister and her, and pretty relatable, pretty scary of what social media and apps and perception is. We stopped it at a certain point, and I'm hoping we can have it like click on the link for more.
That's
to
what
see
it is.
The end.
That's what it is. It right to that point where it gets a little bit. You have to click on the link to see the rest of it. But it was pretty intense. And again, self-taught singer, and she opened up the show singing. And she did a movie on her own. And you know, is it perfect? No. But it goes to show you just how much these kids really want to be noticed, and it's good work.
So I asked if we could put her short out on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to ask Brooklyn the same thing. If we can put Brianna's out on our YouTube channel, and I don't know where they have it, but so they say algorithms and collabs are all what it's about.
That's what everybody's doing right now. Everybody's collaborating. Where it has to be good for both parties, but 9 out of 10 times it is.
A lot of good stuff. You changed the hat.
I did. I went back to old school.
How come? I like it. Because
Max came in with a hat, and I put it on Gato's head because I thought Gato looked good in a hat. And he puts it all the way down. He looks like a Gato. I said, no. You got to let the hat breathe. So I like it on his head, and then I changed.
Gotcha. You have to tune in tomorrow night to Making Money with Laura Sanders. What an outstanding show she did today. I know, she said I always tell her it's a good show. But they are all good shows because there's so much good information in it.
Today, that was good.
Which
That's
is
what
why,
I used to do back in the day.
But why it's really called Making Money with Laura Sanders, because she finds a way for investment properties. You just have to listen. It's tomorrow night, Thursday night at 7 o'clock on AMP Media Productions, on Making Money with Laura Sanders, and live on True Oldies Radio at 7 p.m. Fantastic show.
It's
a lot of information.
It's going to be good. And I'm glad that I had to participate with that one. And Gato was in that show. That's a first. And we were talking about first-time homeowners, the psychology between wanting to buy a house because you want to do something you've never done or first in your family, as opposed to those that buy houses, they do it for investment properties. And just tune into the show. It's really good.
Living the American dream.
Absolutely.
Interesting, right? Ready for the next side of the 10 commandments?
Are we going to the commandments?
Right.
Is Moses going to be there?
Personal empowerment is pretty amazing. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, switch sets, and we're on recommendment number 5. So join us, get your book out. It's book club time. We'll be right back.
Finding the world's best coffee. Nothing can stop Don Pablo from getting you the rarest coffees. Traveling across continents, climbing the highest mountains, overcoming immense obstacles. All for the quest of greatness. Experience this excitement with every sip.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by 2 friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Looking for a night out that actually gives back? AMP Media Futures Foundation presents Caps Off for a Cause. Join us at Crazy Uncle Mike's. Enjoy drinks, light bites, live entertainment, and real connection. May 12th, 5 to 7:30 p.m. Tickets are just $36 donation. Spots are limited, so grab yours now. Sponsor opportunities are available.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On April 29th, 1429, Joan of Arc entered Orleans with French troops, boosting morale during the English siege and the 100 Years' War. Over the next week, she helped lead attacks that culminated in the lifting of the siege on May 8th, 1429. On April 29th, 1863, William Randolph Hearst was born in San Francisco, the son of wealthy mining investor George Hearst. After developing an interest in journalism at Harvard University and admiring Joseph Pulitzer, he took control of the San Francisco Examiner in 1887, launching his media career. On April 29, 1968, the groundbreaking musical Hair premiered on Broadway, capturing the spirit of 1960s counterculture with themes of the Vietnam War, generational conflict, and social change. The show became a cultural phenomenon, later produced the hit song Aquarius / Let the Sunshine In by the 15th Dimension. On April 29, 1974, Richard Nixon announced he would release transcripts of the White House tapes in response to subpoenas from the Watergate scandal investigation. The House Judiciary Committee accepted the transcripts, but demanded the actual recordings as well.
Okay then.
There. We've morphed up there into Gato and Sophia. That's hilarious. It's like, wow, that's really, really funny.
You have a mic? You would get one because I'm going to put you on.
How is my Freddie impression?
I don't know. Put the camera on there so we can see it.
That's awesome.
That's so
Wow.
Capybara.
Wow.
And there you have it. All right, you ready to get into this?
Apparently, I've been told that I'm not. But let's do it anyway.
Okay, introduce the segment.
No, let the thingamajig introduce us.
All right, so we're here in Book Club. We are on week 5 of the 10 Recommendments. You want to read it?
I should not settle for anything less than my general contentment.
Contentment.
Big words.
Are you content?
I am very content.
I
am
actually
super
think
content.
you are. All right, let's roll.
Hold it. Now you got me rolling.
Can we roll her intro?
No, you can't. We convince ourselves that so many other pressing or important things in our lives trump contentment, but this is a misconception. Now that, to me, is the crux of that whole chapter.
Sentence.
That's the sentence you read. Yes, the sentence you read just so happens to be. What?
All right, let's roll it, baby. Roll it.
This segment
my
has been
goodness.
sponsored by the Ubuntu Room. Come join Dana Sardano as she offers life-changing advice that will affect the spiritual, emotional, and physical aspects of your being. Within her easily available writings, you will find the solution you need for your problems. Tune in to the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. So today we are talking 5th Recommendment in 10 Recs Book Club, as with the most important sentence in the book from Freddie. I want to thank you for that, Freddie. But before we get into the 5th Recommendment, again, I always want to do a quick little recap. It is so important that we understand that the heavy lifting has been done. First Recommendment, I shall not claim victimhood. That is huge. If you could shift into that mentality, I love doing this because I could see out of the corner of my eye Wendy nodding. She's like my own silent cheering section. She's like, yeah, yeah. Anywho, if you could recognize that you're not a victim and take accountability, that is the hardest work right there. And then to understand that your emotional guidance, Rec 2, is what's helping you navigate things, do more things that you love, do fewer things that you hate, and not get entrenched in those emotions and spiral. And then the 3rd Recommendment, I shall not have toxic beliefs or apply toxic beliefs and irrational beliefs and toxic behavioral patterns to my life experience. And when you recognize that it's your belief system that's creating your reality and that you're perpetuating patterns with that belief system. And then the 4th Recommendment, the deep dive, understanding where all this comes from through understanding your chakra system, doing the excavation, and bringing it all to the surface, which is yucky and uncomfortable, but necessary in order to pluck it at the root and put it to rest. You have done the work in Recs 1 through 4. You're doing the work, and that's amazing. So today, we're going to have a little bit of fun because today we're going to talk about I shall not settle for anything less than my general contentment. Now, this is really important because this is about 2 things. This is about being in the moment, especially when things feel chaotic and uncomfortable around you. It's bringing it back to that moment. And this is also understanding that all of our general baseline is to be content. Now, of course, we want to feel joy and happiness and excitement and all those higher vibratory emotions. But to be content means to have your needs met, to be good, right? To be in a good place. And many of us settle for feeling less than content for whatever our reasons are. Go back to Rex 1 through 4, right? And what happens is, because of lack of worthiness or just lack of desire, apathy, whatever it is, we settle. I use two examples in the book that Freddie's reading right now to catch up. One example, again, man, I've got mom's peripheral vision. I see what's going on all around me. But the one example was pretty intense. You're in a harrowing relationship and you're spiraling, right? And you feel trapped and you don't know how to get out. But if you ask yourself, what can I do in this moment to bring me one step closer to contentment? You then can have the clarity, because you brought it back to center, to say, hey, maybe I could just start looking for places, or maybe I could have a conversation with this person. Maybe I could do something that empowers myself so I don't feel so trapped. And then I used a more lighthearted example about my, just sitting outside and we'll call it meditating, contemplating, sitting in nature, and recognizing something simple like, oh, my feet are cold, and covering my feet. And by doing that, all of a sudden, my simple experience, was stepped up a notch. So our general fulfillment, our enjoyment in life, it's contingent on that contentment. It's contingent on having our needs met. And you would be amazed at how many people not only are not having their needs met, but they're not taking the time to look and see where their discomfort lies and why their baseline isn't contentment. We've learned to settle for survival and fear and frustration and angst. We've learned, those are learned behaviors. And just to circle back really quickly about Max's conversation last week, or our conversation with Max, about her comfortability with discomfort, her pain. And because of that comfortability, that became her baseline. And that was her acceptability. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just because we can suffer doesn't mean we have to. So, I shall not settle for anything less than contentment. Let's open the floor.
We can suffer doesn't mean we have to suffer. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's funny because we were talking about this morning, right? Mm-hmm. We were talking about, it was actually you, so maybe you read this book like through osmosis.
No, the accusations are flying.
through osmosis. And maybe you read the book because we talked about living life instead of just paying your bills and getting through the yuck and the things that you have to do, right? I got to pay rent, I got to do this, I got to take my kids to school, but all those things stop us from contentment or joy or living life. Kind of a fluid conversation.
Yeah.
Between your ears, you create life, which is everything minus. It's become that, and my son was talking to me about something with his son, ADHD, anxiety, anxiousness, and my grandson's only 7. So it seems like if you don't have these things, you ain't normal. The normal is the abnormal, because we're creating abnormal to be the normal. Yes. So how can you ever be content with yourself if you believe all the minuses in life? If everybody tells you see, I did read your book. If everybody tells you that your hair is too short or too long and you should grow it longer, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, you begin to do it because of other people's opinion. You begin to create a false sense of real. And that's what we talked about this morning. Right. Because this studio is built on everything the opposite. So I have read your book. I may not have read it yesterday, but I've lived your book. And I've learned that if I do it the other way, it doesn't work for me, and it shouldn't work for them. So I live it the other way.
So why do you think people have a hard time finding contentment? Is it the overthinking, social media hype? I have to compare myself to everybody versus, as Andrew said today, I work at Starbucks and I just want to take care of ducks on my farm.
I think that those are, what you were saying are symptoms of the greater problem. I think that it really comes down to, again, everything goes back to chakras, but if we are living in a place of survival and fear, by the way, the 10th commandment, it's I shall not live in fear. But if we're living in survival and fear, lack of self-worth, self-doubt, shame, those are the big ones. Shame, doubt, fear, guilt, right? When we're living there, those are below contentment. So those are the things that create the manifestations of them, the circumstances. You know what I mean? So I think it's looking at those things. It's chapters 1 through 4. That's the answer. It's not the putting a Band-Aid on the symptom of the problem. It's going back and asking yourself, why do I align with circumstances that evoke doubt, fear, shame? So, right? Wendy, chime in here.
Absolutely. So even down to what we choose to watch, what we put into our eyes, what we're looking at, this kind of feeds our narrative. So to some extent, you're right about that. The conversation of what's on social media, what's the latest hype, what's the latest sneaker, what's the latest this, it keeps us all in that space of not finding where we are content. So I would also go a little bit further. That could also be the catalyst to help us find what it is. So if you find that you're one of those people that you've done these things, say I've tried to keep up with the Kardashians, for lack of a better example. You're trying to keep up with this, and you come to a space where you recognize that that's not where you excel at, that you're not happy about, that this is showing you through their lens, through their eyes. Well, then maybe this is the catalyst that I choose. This isn't what I want anymore, and you get yourself out of that. But it's the recognition of that.
It's a recognition of that. So like keeping up with the Kardashians, just to stick with that, and the like.
Yes,
right? Because
and the
there's
like.
a billion things of the like.
Yeah.
All it does is feed your insecurity.
1000%.
So everything that I see when I'm scrolling is, it's for 50 plus women and, plastic surgery and what kind of things that we got to do to lift our butts and, and all these things. Mm. So if I wasn't aligned, if I wasn't secure,
yeah,
it would tap into whatever my self-doubt is. It would tap into my fears. I do this because these are the lower chakras. It would tap into my insecurities.
Exactly.
So,
and exacerbate
So the
them.
problem isn't what's on social media or whatever it is that's triggering it. The problem is that there's unhealed versions of us that are aligned with those things.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
exactly.
I brought up once about the blonde jokes, how I didn't get blonde jokes.
Yes.
Because I don't align with blondes being stupid. So it's meaningless to me.
1000%.
But if I was insecure about being stupid, then that would be a big deal. So the answer isn't the stimuli. The answer is the point of reference.
Exactly, the response to that. For the longest time, you said about the blonde thing. For me, it was, you're weird. And I would always walk around saying, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm weird. Finally, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be the round hole, the round peg in a square.
Yeah.
You get what I mean.
Yeah.
But I'm going to butcher it.
I don't want to fit in the hole.
Yeah. It just felt like, and that's something else. Going back to even my childhood, I didn't have language. I saw things and I knew that, why are the adults in my life doing what they're doing? It doesn't seem right. At 8, 9, 10 years old, I didn't know what that looked like, but I knew it didn't feel right. I just went along with the programming, and fast forward, you fall into line with the programming if you don't have a better example to show you out there. I knew enough that I was on the fringe, but I didn't know where I fit in, and I didn't fit in anywhere.
But do you think some of our misalignment, we talked about this before, comes from the perceptions of who we become because of those things that people project or impart onto us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, especially
we watch
our
our
families.
parents act a certain way. We watch our siblings be raised different than we are, even though when they're saying whatever it is.
Yeah.
The teacher likes you better than the teacher likes me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those things that we come in as a clean slate.
Yes.
Exactly.
And all of these perceptions of everybody else, all their noise is what makes us who we are. And then we got to clean it up.
Exactly.
We didn't ask for it, now we got to clean up the nonsense of what they gave us.
Or you don't buy in.
That's the work.
Or you don't buy in. Are you the orange or the grapefruit? You know the story?
No, I don't.
So the orange was a big orange, and I picked it, and it talked to me, and I said, are you the best orange on the tree? He says, I'm the best orange on the tree that I can be, otherwise I'll be a grapefruit.
Oh, that's awesome.
So are you the orange or the grapefruit?
Definitely orange.
I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I was going to college, and to get into college, I changed my last name to Spanish with a Y. And to get into law school, I changed it to an I. Because I figured that if I was Italian, or was it the other way around? No, it was the other way around. I figured if I was Puerto Rican to get into a college, law school, they would accept me. And I believed this. To this day, I believed it. And then I realized I was just creating stuff in my ears. Maybe it was the grades. I mean, I had a 4.0. I was smart in school. I skipped a couple of grades. Maybe that's what did it. But I didn't ever think I was good enough. Can you imagine not being good enough? If you ask somebody, are you good enough? And they tell you, no, I'm not. What do you say?
If somebody tells me they're not, say that that's your belief. It's for you to figure it out.
Yeah.
But they believe they're not.
So what do you mean? What do I say to them?
So
That's their problem.
So in my case, if I have, say, for example, a client that comes to me and they're saying, you know what, I don't think that I'm the sharpest tool in the shed.
I'm not good enough. Let's
I'm
be
not good
specific.
enough. All right, I'm not good enough.
Okay.
So then I will examine that. I'll help them break it down. So why do you say that? Give me a few examples. Now, this happens with me with a lot of my clients that have been with me long term. I will ask them, hey, do you remember when we first started, 1 year, 2, 5 years ago, whatever the case is? And they're like, I haven't thought about it. And oftentimes they have tears because they realize that they've managed to move the needle and they weren't aware of moving the needle. So to get back to your question is, all right, so why do you feel you're mediocre? And then shine the lights on the different places. I'll give you a perfect example. I had a lady, she's in her 60s, 70s, and she reached out to me. No, I reached out to her and she's like, how do you manage to know to reach out? She said, I just went through this horrible thing in court. The judge treated me really awful, and it maybe brought me back to when my mom was abusing me and all of these things. And I said, wait 1 second. I said, look at how you're looking at that story. I said, first of all, did you back out of court? She said, no. I said, you showed up. I said, that's win number 1. She's like, oh my goodness. And she says, when the judge started treating her like crap and went to walk away, she stopped him. She's like, Judge, I'm not finished. I have to present these things. I said, number 2, you spoke up for yourself. I said, and number 3, your mom is dead. She can't hurt you anymore. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to sit with that. The very next day she texted me. She says, you helped me get out of bed yesterday.
That's the deal.
That's the
because
deal.
It's just the courage of somebody telling you that.
Yeah.
When they don't recognize it. And then once they recognize it, I've not spoken to her since that conversation. That happened 6 months ago. I've not heard from her again. I don't take that bad. I feel like she took what she got and ran with it because I did get the text, hey, I'm feeling a lot better. So she must be doing great. Otherwise, I would have heard something from her.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, right.
But the courage of somebody asking you that, to me, is the win. How many people are going to tell you how they feel, especially when it's from the negative?
1,000.
So if you want to do...
Everyone's going to tell you the negative.
Not necessarily.
A lot of people, how you doing? Fine.
Yeah.
How are you? Fine.
Everything's good.
Until you really ask, and then you get the, oh, woe is me. You never get the in-between. You get the, I'm great, the fake, hi, you walk by someone, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Or you get the, oh man, I'm ready to slip on the other banana peel because life is...
But when do you know the truth? Do you sense it? Do you know it when you see it? Because if you're telling me you know it, then you have to tell them, oh, that isn't true.
Well,
You do all the time.
But that's me. I'm talking about you.
yeah.
Why are you talking about me? I'm talking about you.
It depends how far into the conversation you want it. Like we had a conversation this morning, and Friday when you asked me, I wasn't in a space that I could text you that conversation. It had to be done in person.
Right.
But on the outside, I was like, I think I gave you a little bit of
Yes.
truth, but too much truth. I was just going through whatever we were going through in here at the time. But I do come forward. I think people do when they feel safe.
Yes.
As Lynn Everardo said, people want to feel seen, heard, and understood. People need to feel safe. Trust the person that they're talking to, that there won't be judgment on the other side. And you're going, oh my God, she's a whack job.
Yeah.
Or come up with some other thing. I can't ever talk to her again because she actually told me the truth. Then don't ask.
Exactly.
Right? I think if you're not
yes.
prepared to handle the truth,
Don't
sound
ask.
like my mother. Then don't
Every
ask.
day you sound like your mother a little bit more.
It's true. It's true. I don't find it's black or white. I don't think it's one thing or the other. It's sometimes an amalgamation of everything. but there's also, it could be this, it could be that, it could be this.
What about you, Max? You're very quiet.
I mean, I was really interested in the part about attachments, and because I struggle with being attached, especially to stuff. And so that part was really helpful for me, because I'm now currently starting to reorganize. I have this spare room that I can't fit a guest in there right now because of all the stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to work on like where that comes from. I mean, and I still have some more like thinking about it to do, but I know I'm not the only. Now it's nice to know I'm not the only one. I don't know. I just feel like
You're in good company.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, because I always forget at the end of our segments to bring up what we're going to talk about next week, because we're off on a tangent. But next week, is it okay? Is it too premature?
No.
So next week, the recommendment is, I'm butchering it, but I shall not judge, attach, or expect. So it's all about judgment, attachment, or expectation. So you okay?
Yep.
So you mentioned attachment, and this is a really, really long chapter, so I highly recommend, if you're listening, start reading it now. But it helps us recognize our attachments, recognize how when we expect something from another, it robs us of our peace, how when the difference between discernment and judgment. Discerning is, because I say things all the time, Wendy, and I'm like, I'm just saying it as I see it. There's no judgment attached to it. But when we start attaching judgment, what that looks like, and the attachment we attach to relationships, we attach to identity, we attach to things, we attach to our beliefs, we attach to all of these things, and because we don't release those attachments, it keeps us from moving forward. So I'm glad you brought up the attachment and letting things go, but it goes back to the first 3-4 recommendments and understanding, why are we attached to these things? Where does that attachment come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a night. This chapter sort of brings the other ones forward.
Yes.
Because you can't,
full circle.
you can't get to number 2 without going through number 1. And people have asked me about this segment. They says, well, what do you think about the ladies and this and this and that? And I answer them, I says, you're gonna have to ask them. And they said, no, but what do I think? I says, I listen to what they tell me because it brings me back to my path. See, the end game for me hasn't been written. So I don't judge yet. I don't judge good, bad, or indifferent. I'm going to let something a little beyond me make that call. Me, I'm just going to keep writing the coloring books. I'm going to keep coloring the deals. I'm going to learn the different things that come every single day, which are different. And you meet new players, and you listen.
But you get attached. We both get attached to everything, because we'll say everything in this studio has a story. And you and I probably know every piece of thing, from the Rock'em Sock'em robots, to every flower, to every piece of art, to the music pieces that hang on the ceiling about this studio, which means you and I have an attachment to all of these things.
No, I have a story to all of these things.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you responded that way, because again, you saw what I brought you today. So I brought Freddie a decanter today, beautiful crystal decanter with the last bottle of Jim Beam that was at my father's place when I was cleaning at his place after he had passed. And he passed in 2019, and that decanter with that bottle of Jim Beam came home with me, and then it went to the gallery, and it was just, for me, I was attached to it because it kept me connected to my father. And as we move, and as I, again, closed down the gallery and the other little pieces of my father furniture and things like that I got rid of, I held on to this decanter because I was attached to it, because again, it was the link to my father. And now I'm forced to look at things in my home again because of, like, I'm redoing my floors, so whatever, I'm just re-looking at things. And when I saw this decanter, I had the thought, I'm like, I want to bring this to Freddie. And I had the thought, and then my next thought was, oh no, this is my connection, this is my link to my father, I can't do that. And I had to sit with myself and ask myself, what is the attachment? Why is it hard for me to let this go? It would bring me joy to give this to him. It's almost cementing my a token of friendship. It's cementing my relationship with you. And because it has such value to me and such connection to something that's so important to me, I wanted to hand it to you. If I was attached to it, I would not be able to let it go. And then I have to question that. But because it came from a place of love, and because I released that attachment, I have a memory, it has a story, it has all those things, but now it's a gift that I want to be in your hands, and I can let that go. And I think a lot of us have those stories, have those connections, everything means something, but if you can't let it go, or if it's difficult to let it go, then you have to ask yourself, what fear-based belief is making me attached? Do I believe I'm no longer attached to my father because I let it go? If that's the belief, then I need to look at that. That's all I'm talking about with attachment, and that's got to be valuable for you in letting go of things in your life, because you know where your attachments come from. You know where that fear comes from. You just got to look.
And if you
I know, that's the hard part. I don't like it.
That's the yucky part, right? It's like ripping off the Band-Aid when you find that. And the Band-Aid's hard to rip off again and again.
And again!
Right, because you're like, you seal up that wound with super glue, and then someone like, oh, let's open it up again, and you go right back to where you were.
And accountability sometimes is painful, right? Because you have to say, okay, I gotta change this. I gotta do it to better myself. I gotta change. And people don't like change. People don't like a betterment. They like, it's okay, I can deal with this pain.
Just
and
a
I can
limp.
live with it. Yeah.
It's just a limp.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to, because in order to progress, you got to get rid of that doesn't work for you.
1,000%.
And that's sometimes really, that could be people. You know, that could be people in your life.
1,000%.
That could be people in your life that are sucking you dry, and you just, okay, I'm going to take care of the, no. You can't do that.
It can't be at your detriment.
I can't.
It can't
Like
be
the
at your
peril,
detriment.
right?
Yes.
You were talking that when I just shouted out, it's like a limp. When my husband and I, my schmoopy, when we go to like Costco or whatever.
We got to meet him one day.
Yeah, I want to meet
resistant.
Whoopi.
He's such a misanthrope, man. He'd just rather be like right in his little office.
a little hermit.
But I'll bring him out one day.
Or listen, picture, this is my schmoopy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I want to meet Schmoopy.
There he is. There he is. He's the blue bunny behind Wendy. Oh my God. I was like,
What's her name again?
anyway, we'll go to Costco and we'll watch people walk. And people who have a limp, or people who are
Bad.
and we'll say it's amazing when you ignore whatever that thing was when it was minor, what it evolves into. And so when he sees me, I call it my tomato. I have an issue with one of my toes, and when I have stress, and I start to limp. And when he sees me limp, he's like, "You got to work through it. You got to push through the pain." Or in your words, Dawn, you got to rip off the Band-Aid. Otherwise, ultimately, you're limping in Costco, and my husband and I are just discerning you for it.
They're the ones that limp through Costco.
But you understand, like, the people who have terrible limps, it didn't cut, they weren't hatched from an egg.
Yeah.
That was a gradual ignoring of the signs that your body,
But we talked about that before the show started today. It's like clearing through the cobwebs. At what point do those cobwebs become a wall or the glass ceiling?
1,000%.
Because you're going, you're functioning, you're showing up every day, you're doing what you do, and next thing you know, you like hit this wall. But you don't even know you hit the wall until you're on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, totally.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like the world wide.
When I said to you yesterday, oh, let's go on remote this summer, and you went, what? Where have you been for the past however long?
Because we've been waiting.
And I said, let's do this, and let's go here, and let's go there. And you went, where have you been? But I didn't realize I knew I wasn't there, but I don't know when I didn't get there.
Yeah.
That makes any sense.
Yes. I did a video series a while ago, and it's called "You Don't Know What You Don't Know Until You Know."
Yeah.
Right.
You know? And that's really, when you're on the other side, you're like, oh, I see so clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, everything is shiny. Meanwhile, right before that wall, nothing made sense.
Yep.
It's awesome. I love personal growth and development. Buy my book. I love it.
Buy her book. How do people buy your book?
Yeah.
Well, being that you asked, go to ubuntufishgallery.com, UBUNTU, fishgallery.com, and I have samples of the audiobook on there, and of the rest of the trilogy. But this is really, you could see as we're dissecting it, this is, if you're willing to do the work, man, this is your guidebook. I can't endorse it any more than that, you know?
1,000%.
And what I love so much is our crew. They sit in the wings quietly, but it makes a difference. And Andrew is always verbal about how things impact him. And this morning we were talking to Gordon about something, and he says, you be you. And I went, NTU, Ubuntu Fish Gallery, which is why I looked at Gordon, right?
So cool.
But you don't realize the impact you're making when it just sinks in little by little. And finally, people start going, you know what? That makes sense, that makes sense.
But they won't say it.
Because everyone's at
they're
their
young.
own level of absorption and introspection.
They're young. When you're young, you sort of stay quiet. You have
not young.
feelings. Yeah, he's young. But you have feelings and you sort of, you keep it this way. Even though if you talk to them long enough, they'll tell you exactly how the wheels are spinning.
Yep.
As you get older in life, you just let it hang out. Exactly. You know, you say, oh, I'm very wise now. I learned all this, but I may have learned it 15 minutes ago. But the object of the aim, what I would like to do is I would like to do this in a seminar situation where people can come out, if you really want to come out and help yourself. And I'm not talking about the ones that say, yeah, whatever. No, I'm talking about if you really want to get a step up, then this is the material that you want to go through. Whether you want to read it or not is one thing. Whether you want to learn it or not is another.
Because reading is one thing, practicing is another, like you always said.
That's right.
The best book written are ones that are read. But I think it goes a step further. It's the ones that you can actually interpret and put into play in your own life and make a difference. Right, that's user-friendly.
Wow, a step further for the one that finally said, let's go on the road. You remember?
Oh my God, she's on the other side of the wall. She's like,
yeah. It's like, oh, thank you.
You remember?
You tell Anne-Marie, thank you.
You remember the Rocky movie where the wife had given the birth to the baby and she's in the coma in the bed, and Rocky says, I'll fight again when she wakes up, and he sat at the bed and he says, I'm going to wait, and he waited and he waited, and she came out of the coma and she says, what are you doing? He says, I've been waiting for you. She says, why aren't you fighting? And he says, I've been waiting for you. She says, go get it. You know, sometimes you just got to sit and wait. And that's why I was shocked yesterday. And she said, let's go on remote. I didn't say nothing to you for weeks. I said, when you're ready, you'll tell us, let's go. And here we go.
So Friday we're going to be at La Mesa, so come on out and join us at La Mesa Bistro. Next week I'm hoping to be at Nova Fresh Kitchen. I'm going to reach back out to them. They were so super happy that we went in yesterday to
Maybe
visit.
Squeeze in one more?
I'd like to squeeze in Tiki again too.
Okay. Some of the crew hasn't been there.
Right, exactly.
You have fun with this stuff.
Tiki.
And the important thing is that when we do this remote, that you come on out and we'll give you the mic and you tell us, you can tell us good, bad, or indifferent, because learning isn't always the good stuff. Mm-hmm. Sometimes saying I'm not the best is a learning experience.
Saying I hit a wall, thank you for
Go
being
through
on
the
other
wall.
side.
You know, sometimes that is a learning experience, and those around you who aren't courageous enough to tell you that's how I feel, you're speaking for them. And all of a sudden, the growth begins. And it isn't until you get home and says, what just happened? Why do I feel different?
1000%.
That it happens. And yes, the place is different, by the way.
Yes, it is.
When you guys were up there, we were talking about it. We were like, Wendy describes it as like a static. For me, it feels like there was a thickness in the air, like almost I didn't realize it until after the fact, obviously, but almost sludgy. And now, even when I was talking, I could feel myself really fast because there was nothing slowing me down.
Yep.
It's crazy. It feels great.
It's like Violet from Willy Wonka, and the purples are more purpler, right? The violets are more violety, and the chocolate is more chocolatey. Exactly. The colors are more vibrant.
Yes. And you feel
it's
different,
brighter
my
in
friend.
here too.
You look different. You feel different. You're brighter. You're lighter.
It feels brighter.
Even if I don't know if it's even possible. Like you're shinier and more beautiful. Like there's just something. This is great.
This is all week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but Anne-Marie's coming next Wednesday.
Yeah, she told me.
Okay.
She told me.
I don't think she's going to
because
be
she's coming
here.
earlier.
She's not going to be here, I think, for the midday
won't
show.
be able to.
But maybe we can pre-record something with her. She has to be out of here before 12.
Oh, that'd be
Okay.
cool. That'd be cool. And I was gonna come
So,
when she's here.
right.
Maybe we'll do the segment at 10 and do the 2 hours
10:30
10 to
she said she
12
was
and then
coming.
play the
So
tape.
I don't know whether she wants to talk about what she did in here, but we'll talk
Next
about
Wednesday?
it when she comes.
Well, I'm not. I think I said this out loud to you. After we're finished with book club,
We'll
there's
talk. 2
consecutive weeks that I'm going to make her a part of my segment, where I we play a clip of something that she's cleaning or a
That'll freak
reading,
people out.
and then we talk about it. So I think that this would be next Wednesday would be a nice precursor to that, and then we'll finish book club, and then I'll have her back because she's
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Effing around.
No, she's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. And she's like, I love it. Like she's like secret. She's like secret.
Yes.
Like she's like this like little like. Woo,
we're covert. We don't. There's some of us who are meant to be in front of the camera, and some of us who work a little bit behind the scenes.
She's just a tiny little powerhouse.
Yes,
tiny little power, and she
unassuming.
is so powerful. Like I want to know what her soul, spirit, like outside of body, is like, because she is bad.
Bad to the
bone.
Bad to the bone.
Thank you, censorship lady.
So that's happening next Wednesday. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, the crew has been out marketing May 12th at Crazy
I think they got some news.
So I want to check
You got
in with
news?
them.
No?
On the other side of this.
Well, we got news for you.
We got news for you guys. You may not know it, but we got news for you. All right, we'll be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape, the perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
International Dance Day is observed every year on April 29th to celebrate dance as a powerful form of artistic expression and cultural connection. It was established in 1982 by the International Theatre Institute to honor the birthday of Jean-Georges Novier, a French dancer and choreographer known for shaping modern ballet. The day recognizes all dance styles, classic, folk, traditional, and contemporary, and highlights the importance of dance in education, creativity, and human expression. Around the world, schools, dance companies, and communities hold performances workshops, and events to encourage participation and appreciation of dance as a universal language that brings people together beyond words.
I met her in the parlor where the money meets the dollar. And jackpot times were so much fun, we'd jump around and holler. Once in a while we'd win a pile and we'd dance and sing and play. Then we're back again with a mighty glow, 'cause we know there's another day. We watch our numbers with bated breath, but still we're holding hands, 'cause I know if we win or lose, I'll always be her man. Now I play with her and her friends, but we ain't just playing bingo. We're having fun both night and day, and I call her my Lady Bingo.
He's got great followers, great numbers, and has always been amazed by what this studio produces and a huge supporter of the crew and everything we do. So thank you. Check out YouTube.
And that video has hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube, right? Unbelievable. Hundreds of thousands, 137,000?
PHT Live, right, on YouTube. So a great channel to take a look at and watch. What else we got cooking?
Well, the ladies went out, and I wanted them to let me know what happened. Or nothing happened. I know something happened with Tracy. She bought 2 tickets, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they went out. So how was it?
Healing moments,
Healing
right?
moments.
Yes, yeah. We got there and she was like, "Oh yeah, I just talked to Dawn," and I was like, "Oh okay." She's like, "Yeah, I already have tickets and I'm going," and I was like, "Well, it's really nice." And then she gave us a little tour of her studio. It was really nice. It's very pretty. She was telling us about one of the beds that's like for trauma, and it like you listen to a frequency and the bed vibrates at the same frequency. And that was really cool. And then we also went to Carmen Care. They seemed interested, but they're also kind of busy. So I was like, please just give us a call, or we'll call you and definitely talk about it. And then we also went to Nova's Fresh Kitchen. He said they're a corporate company, so that he has to give it up to them. But I know you said you're also going to reach out to them.
I think I'm going to try and be there on remote next week. So hopefully
Wednesday.
next Wednesday or Wednesday we talked about trying to be there on remote.
Okay.
So I wanted to send you guys to safe spaces that we knew them, and it's a great follow-up. Tracy from Healing Moments has been a longtime friend of ours, and this is a new studio she's at right down the street.
Yeah.
I haven't been to this new one.
It's really cute, and it's really nice. She had a little cool, what's it called? Infrared sauna?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks really cool. I thought she was gonna like let us use it, but maybe next time. And then, but yeah, it was a really pretty studio. I grabbed some business cards just in
Carmen
case.
Care, we've known her. She's an original OG. I did a program for her for diabetes, and she did all the lasers and all that stuff that she does. And she actually lowered my A1C. It was unbelievable. I've known her for years. She had a show that I used to do remotely, and I used to do it from my house because it was late at night. I think it was 8 o'clock at night. But she's an original OG. And I think she said she's coming into studio.
Good.
I think she's taking a master's.
She's getting her PhD, or she might have gotten it already, her doctorate.
Yeah, and that was the delay. But yeah, nice job.
Did you learn anything? How'd Cinderella do?
Cinderella talked today.
You talked?
What did she say? Cinderella, what'd you say? I hope you said more than that.
I don't know. I just talked about what their donation would help with.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I told you you're good for her. And I heard you ladies have a show that airs. It's on Yellow Amp right now. We should.
Yes.
We don't publicize that show enough. We don't. What's the name of the show?
And what's it about? Okay, it's called The Social Circle. It's with me, Ella, and 2 other interns here at AMP. We're just talking about our lives in college and our experiences here at AMP, and we're just using the tools that we learn here and making something of our own. We're posting every Friday, and it'll be on the Yellow Amp or our YouTube channel, which is The Social Circle Pod, and we're also on Spotify.
And who are the other 2 ladies on the show?
We have Silk and Candy.
Is Candy going to be on it?
Not today.
And Silk is here.
Silk is here.
And I heard that Sydney was out for the next 2 weeks. Did you see this? Yeah, no. She has finals, and apparently is life or death. So I told her, you know what, stay home, because we want to make sure you graduate or whatever the hell is going on with her.
Exactly.
So, all right, good.
You guys have learned a lot. So sending you out is not just because we got nothing better to do. You guys have really learned, and you've really prepared it, Patricia. Like, you made your list. You have your talking points. You know what you're going to do. Me, I just go out randomly. So I've actually really thought through the people I send you the names, not to just random people, because I know they would support once they understand who you're with.
Yeah.
And be really kind to give you a chance, Ella, to learn your speaking skills in a safe space.
How do you like doing the show with your peers? Is it easy? Is it difficult?
I think I think it's fun because we kind of don't really know each other, so it's like a great way of like kind of bonding, and also just like creating a platform for us to just grow and a safe space to just talk about life, basically, and it's really fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
Everybody's nice in the sandbox, because I know this one could be a handful.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
But she don't want to be on camera.
I'm thinking of kicking her off.
If she's not on the episode in a week.
She don't want to be on the mic, so it's easy to talk about her. Yeah.
Okay.
Put her on the
Well,
camera.
no,
Put her on the
don't
camera.
move the camera over here. That's too far.
Put her.
The wall's holding her up.
Go ahead, talk. What do you got to say?
Not with that microphone, not with the camera.
Okay, pass it back. Basically, wait, what's the question?
How do you like, they're saying that you're the one, the bossy one on the show.
Am I really? I'm not bossy.
Brutal.
I am not bossy. Yeah, you know, we just have to make sure, you know, we're all on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I think
Are you on the same wavelength?
We, you know, we all have very different lives. So, like, with different schedules, you know, sometimes got to make sure we're all in the
Someone's
same.
organizing and orchestrating it.
Not really, low-key. I feel like, basically, I just make sure I'm like, so, you know, sometimes you gotta check in, because we don't really talk. You know, we all just do our own thing, and then we like are like, okay, we'll post today. But, you know, sometimes I'm asking because we don't really.
Do you guys talk off camera? Are you
We
friends?
hung out last week, actually. We went to the Cheesecake Factory.
All of you?
Ella was late.
Yeah, Ella was like an hour late.
Ella is like in another planet.
Ella was late. She fell asleep
No,
in
stop. We were an hour late.
Really?
Yeah, we were supposed to take pictures. It started raining, so we couldn't even do what we came to do. So
what does that tell you about having to make adjustments with people that you're doing things with?
Like adjust to Ella's lateness?
Yes. And then some.
Well,
Whoa.
we just said we'll put a pin in this and we'll go get dinner. And yeah,
Dinner was really good.
It was not good, but I did have fun.
But isn't it a learning lesson for you? Because I know you're impatient.
I'm not impatient.
Oh, yes, you are. You like things done on a timely fashion, but does it teach you a little bit more patience? Because at the end of the day, you guys did something spectacular with the show and everything else. No?
Do you want like the truthful answer?
No, I want the truth.
I mean, you know, just, oh my gosh, why am I on camera?
All right, so tune in today. Are we going to go live?
We're not live. We're just recording. Because sometimes Ashley likes, who does our editing, she likes to like put like comedic moments in the.
It takes a little.
It takes a little while, but.
So is number 2 out yet?
Number 2 is coming out this Friday.
Okay.
At 12 p.m. sharp.
Play it maybe on one of the shows. It's a half hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 45.
Yeah, 30 to 45 minutes.
Maybe we play it next week.
Yeah, we talk
Sounds
a
good.
lot.
Have some fun with it.
We get deep.
Because I don't know what the hell they're doing in there.
Yeah.
But I hear all sorts of secrets because Brooklyn is the one that does the board for them.
This week's episode making today?
Yeah.
Next week?
So
maybe you post the first one.
We can post the second one. No, the second one.
The second one's a little
because we
deep.
talk about our life, figuring out life in our 20s.
Yeah, because Heather and Jay was in this.
Yeah, Heather and Jay was in that
I heard
one.
that you were the only voice of reason.
Oh.
I'm filled with wiseness.
Wiseness?
Yeah, she did drop some good advice.
And with the duck went flop. All right. Nice job.
Thank you.
Check them out. If you see them in the area, be kind. They're learning. They're interns of the Amp Media Futures Foundation. And please join us on May 12th, 5 to 7:30 at Crazy Uncle Mike's. QR code is going to be right there in just a moment. There you go. Scan the QR code, get your tickets, join us live. Some great, unbelievable raffle items. We have to start posting some pictures. Wendy's creating these incredible grids that like we have in the door by the portal. Oh my gosh, wait till you see these. And Dana's got 4 amazing Ubuntu Girl UBU and TU baskets that she's creating with a print and a mug and a t-shirt and affirmations. We've got the pigs from Aroma Lisa, the candle. Publix has made a lovely donation. And see what else rolls in the next 2 weeks. I mean, it's 2 weeks. It seems like it's close, but yet, as Russ Johnson says, miracles happen in a day.
Man, he's a living miracle.
Right?
92
At 92, that man is a walking miracle. Yeah. Absolutely true. I want to play the other piece for the pleasures, Gabe, if we have that. So you can see some more music. That's going to be joining us on that event. And John Justice Parker is going to be there.
Do we have a piece on John Justice? No.
We have to, I think Andrew, we have some pieces from that he's played here. So
what
maybe
about
we just edit some of that. We need to edit some of that out.
We didn't get it? We edited it or no?
No, we need to.
We need to. Okay.
We need to do that. All right.
So let's play the other.
Let's play out the pleasures.
Let's play out the pleasures. That way we can thank the bands that are going to be there.
All right.
Knock a little louder, sugar.
All right, we're back. The Pleasures are going to be coming to you live on May 12th, the band. I remember when she first got in here, she sang. I said, holy smokes. She sings the Star Spangled Banner at the Marlin games.
So she's going to join us probably on the morning show one day next week with one of her partners in the group, Ben, and they're going to come promote the event on May 12th.
Good stuff. I want to, before we knock it out, I wanted to do a segment with Max. See what's up with Max. Where's the newspaper? What's going on? What's happening?
Next issue is imminently about to be published as soon as the editor-in-chief, which is me, finishes it. And it is a lot of work. So I originally was going to do it monthly, and some of my mentors chuckled because, yeah, it's a lot of work putting it all together and all the little pieces. And I read over it and I find a little something, so then I got to start from scratch and read over it again. But it's coming along. I've got a whole feature on the interns. Sophia and Jasmine and Sydney all wrote me a little bit about what they do here, and it's really cool. So I'm really excited for you guys to see it.
And you're going to be at the event on May 12th also.
Absolutely. And I meant to bring it. It's in the lobby. I'm going to have my instant camera, so I'm going to be taking some fun little pictures that people will be able to take with them. So it's going to be cool.
It's going to be cool. Huge supporter she is.
There's somebody that asked me about Max's Corner. Apparently,
he's upside down.
I know, that's got apparently, that's what he does. Apparently, some of the things that you do help people with anxiety. Like all the different.
Thank you. Oh, so this is what we're gonna do.
Now that thing is like a Polaroid from the day. Remember, you used to slip out and then you used to dry it. This camera, except you don't dry it anymore, just slips out and the picture comes out.
Amazing.
I mean, she's like a whole concoction of. But I heard that the things you do help with anxiety.
Well, I'm often working on these little braids, and yeah, it helps me focus, and because I get fidgety sometimes sitting here a little bit, but like, so it really helps me listen and focus, and it's better than a fidget spinner because you get like a prize at the end when you're done.
A fidget spinner.
Amazing.
My mic. I forgot my mic.
And also, Max is notorious for being a photographer. So you're going to be there Saturday?
Saturday at the 561 Music Festival. I'm going to be there taking pictures, and I'm super excited because I've done events, but I haven't specifically done a music festival, so that's going to be really cool.
And I want to have a meeting with Gato and Sophia and a couple other people because Dawn is not available, but I want to go up there and see if we can do something on stage. This is going to be on stage. A couple of things that I need to ask. They can set it up and I can run it, and then they can come back at night and help me put it down. Or I'll do it. I just take the card with me. I think it's important. 561, it's a free concert. Come on out. It's in West Palm Beach. They're expecting between 3,000 and 5,000 people. A lot of vendors, a lot of introductions, VIP tents, and the whole 9 yards. I think it's a good parameter for us before May 12th. Don't look at me like that.
No, I think it's fantastic. Oh, how cute is that? Adorable. We'll develop it. You'll post it. Very cute. Max, thank you so much. Dana, amazing. Everyone get your book I think my book is up there, I don't know where my book is.
Over there.
Anyway, 10 Recommandments, UbuntuFishGallery.com. Get your book. Join us next week for number 6. You got plenty of time to read 1 through 6 up until then. And Wendy will be with us next week. And Wendy and Dana will be with us at the event. And Max and the crew. And it's all about supporting our youth and the next generation in media. So come on out, support us. Come by and say hi. And tune in today at 3 o'clock to Faith Stories. It is Dawn DeMarco's book, two-year anniversary party. So the place is going to be filled, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So we'll see you later. Have a great afternoon.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.